Hi, please come in.
Hello, are you Mr. Brady Edmonds?
I am.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Manager Greg.
Nice to meet you too.
So, as you know, we talked on the phone this morning. I'm the Southwest rep for BASF. Here's my business card.
Perfect. Thank you.
Are those your fancy wheels sitting out front of the house there?
Hi, yeah, they are. I upgraded a few days ago.
Looks pretty nice, pretty sharp.
Thank you.
So, yeah, as I mentioned on the phone this morning, I'm here to talk to you about some of our fungicides, and namely Caramba fungicide, which I think would be a good fit for your guys' operation. So just to kind of give you a little spiel about Caramba. It's a very well-rounded fungicide. I like to say it kind of touches all the bases. It gets your rust, both your leaf and stem rust, leaf and stem blotch, gets your fusarium head blight, a lot of other things that would be too long of a list for me to sit here and name.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a really good product. We're all very proud to sell it. It's been out for a few years now, and lots of guys have been really happy with it out in real world trials and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a really good product. And just to kind of backtrack a little bit or start off, what do you know about our company, BASF?
To be honest, I don't know too much. Just
Sure.
buying vigor canola off you guys, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, BASF was founded back in 1865 in Germany by a man named Friedrich Engelhorn.
Okay.
He started off by producing gas for like gas-powered street lamps in Germany.
Oh, that's interesting.
So he would like refine coal, and the byproducts from this process he would use to make some chemicals. He started off making dyes, was kind of his first claim to fame. He became very prominent in producing dyes. And then it sort of snowballed from there, and now you have BASF as we know it today.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, just some stats. In 2021, BASF employed over 111,000 employees worldwide, and they had a revenue of over 110 billion Canadian dollars.
That's quite a bit of money.
And they still won't give me a raise. So yeah, that's all good in that. If you don't mind me asking, how many acres of cereals are you guys going to put in on your farm this year?
Roughly 1,200.
12 acres, okay. Do you guys do a lot of fungicide application on your farm?
Not really. We have in the past. In
Sure.
the past, so just pretty much just once in a while. Once in a blue moon, I'd
Yeah,
say.
sure. So when you guys do decide to do a fungicide application, is good fusarium head blight control something that you look for in a product?
Yeah, it'd be one of the main things.
Sure. Yeah, well, that's one thing we're really proud of with Caramba is it doesn't control fusarium head blight, but it does suppress it, and it suppresses it very well. So if you have like a really bad outbreak in a field and you go in and spray Caramba, it'll help substantially, but it's not going to wipe it all out. But if you can kind of get ahead of it, spray in a timely fashion, get a good application on there, you're not going to see any issues with fusarium. So definitely helps you out big time there. And actually, I'll just pull up my phone and show you these charts. These are in trials conducted over the last few years in both third-party sort of tests on plots and also in guys' fields just that do plots.
Yeah.
So you can see no spray, Caramba, and then a competitor. It took me a while to find that word.
You can sure see the difference.
Yeah, 100%. So you can see that Caramba offers the best yield response when sprayed in a timely fashion. So definitely well worth it there.
Yeah.
After hearing some of this, do you have any other questions or anything about our product?
Yeah, I'd like to hear a little bit more.
A little bit more, of course. How many dollars do you think you lose in a year to disease?
Honestly, probably more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, well, that'd be the answer for just about every producer out there. Have the same answer. Yeah, so looking for a fungicide, something that's very effective, of course, would be what you would be looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and definitely something with probably systemic action would be superior over something just foliar, in your opinion.
100%.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing that's kind of a kicker with Caramba is that we're really proud it is systemic action. So as I'm sure you know, it gets into the plant tissue, it runs all through there, versus a foliar that just sits on the leaves. It does soak in, but a foliar is very prone to being blown off by a strong wind, or if you get a rainstorm kind of pop up out of nowhere, you can have issues, or not necessarily issues, but it won't be as effective as it could have been.
Yeah.
But with Caramba and other systemic products, they get inside the plant, stick around for longer. You don't have to worry about them getting knocked off or blown off, anything like that. And it'll overall be a little more effective job.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it's definitely something we're very proud of with Caramba, and something I think would really help you out. Any other concerns or anything like that you got with our product?
A little bit concerned about the price.
Of course, yeah. The price is, it sounds expensive, but you know, when you crunch the numbers, it truly is affordable. But kind of, as you know, it retails for just shy of $825 a case,
Okay.
which sounds like a lot, yeah, but if you do the math here, actually, I'll get my calculator fired up here. So if you can say, like we saw that chart earlier, how much you can gain. So if you gain even 5 bushels, which on the right year would be modest, like you'd gain even more than that. But if you gain 5 bushels, so 5 bushels at acre treats, or sorry, times, well, what's grain selling for these days? Like you can sell a bushel of wheat for $10, pretty easy.
Or more now.
Yeah, so we'll say $10 just to be conservative. So, and make the math easy. So that's $50 there. Case treats 40 acres, so that's $2,000 that you gain from that, and an $825 case. Obviously, you're coming out on the upside of that.
Sure, yeah.
So, and once you factor that in, there's a reason why guys pay for it, and yeah, it does sound expensive, but well worth it in the long run.
Yeah, for sure.
So, after hearing some of that, any other concerns or questions you got at all?
Just one last one,
Sure.
I guess. I don't want to sound rude or anything, but do I really need to use a fungicide?
Yeah, well, that's a valid question, and there's kind of debate between a lot of guys, like, do you actually need to apply a fungicide? And some guys would tell you, oh, no, you don't. Some guys would say, yeah, you do. In my opinion, of course, I'm a salesman, what am I going to tell you?
Yeah.
But I think you do. There is some years that you're right, you don't. And of course, as a farmer, you're all about going with what the weather does, right?
Yeah.
That's how you make money. So if there's a year where it's like bone dry, and I mean, hopefully this doesn't happen, but if you're like not getting any rain and it's dry, I mean, hopefully your crops are doing okay, but there's not going to be much disease around.
Yeah.
So is it really worth a $825 buying a case of fungicide when there's not that much disease around? I'll admit, probably not. But there is also most of those years where there's average, or even if there's a little below average, some rainfall, maybe a little cooler weather, something like that. You get those, I'll call it a perfect storm, I guess, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to be really wanting or wish you had done a fungicide.
Yeah, for sure.
And kind of an analogy I like to use is some guys say, well, no, you don't need it. And it's like, well, you're right, but I guess you also don't need to apply fertilizer in the spring when you're sowing, but you're not bringing much off if you don't.
Yeah.
So I like to use that analogy, like you're right. I guess you don't need it, but 9 years out of 10, you're going to be happy that you used it.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of how I'd respond to that question. And after hearing kind of my little spiel there, you think you're getting ready to make a decision? Or?
Well, after hearing stuff about price and what you just talked about and how it suppresses or controls diseases such as blights and rust and stuff like that, I think I'm ready to finalize a deal here.
Awesome, sure. So just kind of first thing, do you want to pick it up or get it delivered? How would you like it?
I'll pick it up.
Sure.
That's no problem.
Yeah, no, that works. And just another thing to confirm, I would probably recommend, and I think you kind of alluded to it, would you like to get enough to do all your acres? Enough fungicide to do all 1,200 acres?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yep, sure. Okay, so I guess ready to get your routing up for some Caramba?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So your name, Brady Edmonds, obviously?
Brady.
Yep.
Edmunds.
Okay. What's your address?
Legal land or my box number?
Box number, please.
Box 1314.
Okay.
R0K 2C0, Source, Manitoba.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
204
Okay.
855 0798.
Okie dokie. All right, so Caramba fungicide, and so 1,200 acres. I guess at 40 acres, surely I can do that in my head. 30 cases.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And so yeah, the price is $824.80 a case.
Yeah.
So total, what is that? $24,744 total.
Okay.
So I guess add the 0.12 onto that, pay the big man.
Yeah, the good old tax.
Yeah. So that brings you to $27,713.28 on your total.
Perfect.
Okay, so I guess I'll sign here. And if you just want to sign where it says ordered by there.
Ordered by.
Awesome. Okay, so well, yeah, I'll take this back to the office. And does Tuesday this week work for you to come pick it up? Yeah, sure. Tuesday afternoon, I guess. I'll be around the yard all afternoon. I'll help you out with some other paperwork that you might need to get figured out, all your receipts and all that. So, all right. And I guess on that note, I think we got everything filled out that we need. So I just want to thank you for being a great customer. I know you'll be happy with this purchase. And if you have any issues at all throughout the year, just give me a call.
Perfect. Have a good day.
Yes, thank you, Brady. See you.
See ya.